Hi, I'm Jen Hand, your food coach for helping you end your battle with eating. And today I want to talk about something that not many women want to discuss: bathing suits. So we are in June, we're coming on warm weather here in the States. And what does that mean? Bathing suits, shorts, tank tops, exposing a lot more skin than you normally would for the other months of the year. And I remember for me, this was a really, really challenging time. I just wanted to hide. Like, I wanted to skip May through end of August and hide myself in big baggy shirts and big gym shorts, sweatshirts when I could, and just like not have anyone see me. I didn't want to go to the beach, the pool, didn't want to see myself in shorts, tank top, didn't want to expose my skin and allow people to see my body. And over the years, what I realized, the three things I want to talk about in this video are so important in helping you learn to have more comfort, more ease, more confidence when you have to wear warmer weather clothes. So if you're outside the States, in the UK and New Zealand, Australia, any other parts of the world, watch this video when you're approaching your summer so you can bring these tips back to the forefront of your mind. So the first piece of this is something that is simple, that is true, and that you hear quite often, but it doesn't negate the importance of it. So finding something that you feel comfortable within. And for some of you, that might mean baby steps. Now, let me explain. For so many years, I equated wearing a two-piece bikini to having a fit, healthy body. So in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna wear a bikini whether I want to or not, whether I feel comfortable or not, because it meant that I wasn't like admitting failure. I hadn't let myself go or something. And I've healed a lot of those beliefs and now wear what feels comfortable to me. But it's so important to find what works for you. So I was reminded of this past weekend when I was visiting family in the pool with my nieces and nephews, and it was the first time in a long time that I wore, and I think even last summer I wore a two-piece, and this summer I have a tankini, so it's the one that is sort of like a tank top. It covers your midsection, and then it's just regular bottoms. And I remember getting into the pool and just feeling comfortable, like nothing was hanging out. I didn't have to be concerned that something would jiggle as I jumped in, and it was just like, okay, this is comfortable for me. So this for you might mean baby steps. And by that, I mean, if you have never worn a bathing suit ever and you've just completely worn like a head to toe covering at the beach, at the pool in warm weather, maybe your first step is shorts and a t-shirt. Maybe your first step is just shorts or a tank top. Like, the progression for you might look different than the progression for someone else. So if you've never sat on the beach in a bathing suit, like maybe you take off you keep a cover up on top and then you take off your bottoms, your bottom cover up. So finding what fits for you and pushing the envelope, pushing yourself out of the nest so you expand your comfort zone. And I know this can be really uncomfortable. And for me, it was very much so. Exposing my body felt like the world was staring at me. And I'll get into that in number 2. But one of our women in the Normal Eaters Club posted that she wore shorts for the first time, and she was in the dressing room, trying on a million pairs, and those voices came up of, you shouldn't be doing this, you're not the size you should be, you look bad, you shouldn't be wearing shorts, and on and on and on. And she was like, no, I'm wearing shorts, I'm not listening to those voices, and just posted this beautiful photo of herself in shorts. And we all were just so proud of her because it was a big moment. If you've never worn shorts for your entire life and you're in Florida, it's very hot year round a lot of the time. And it's like, wow, what a big step forward. So for you, it might look like wearing shorts this summer once, twice a week. For someone else, it might be wearing a bathing suit that feels really comfortable. So for you, pick something where you feel comfortable and take baby steps to push yourself. And it's not even pushing, it's gently nudging yourself outside your comfort zone so you can get more and more comfortable. So you don't just never wear a bathing suit and then feel like $1 million walking down to the beach in a bathing suit. It's like those steps. You take little by little by little and gain more confidence around your body and yourself. So the second thing is check your thinking, because a lot of times what will happen is it's not so much how we feel in our bathing suit or our warm weather clothes, it's how we're thinking other people are thinking about us. So it's like, oh, well, she must think I've gained weight since last summer. Or she's probably thinking that I look awful in this bathing suit. Or she's probably thinking that, wow, she's fat, she shouldn't be wearing this. So like we're thinking about what other people are thinking of us, and then that's what gets us upset. So remember that if someone is judging you, that's on them. That's their issues, their insecurities, their judgments, and that's no way reflecting you. I used to, when I would go down this rabbit hole of what people were thinking about me, try and bring some practicality into it. So I'd say, so what if she has think? What if she has think? What if she has thought I've gained weight? What if she does think I look awful? What if she does think that I've gained 20 pounds since the last time I saw her? Like, so what? And it kind of stopped me in my tracks because I was like, okay, so she thinks that. A, I'll never know. And B, so she thinks that. So then what? It doesn't really affect me. I'm not going to know what she's thinking. So it was almost like bringing some practicality into your thinking so you don't go down that rabbit hole of criticism and loathing and hatred and that whole negative spiral. So the third piece is when you're finding yourself getting caught up in your thoughts, bring yourself back again and again to experiencing where you are. So if you're at the beach, your toes in the sand, the water running over your feet, the clouds in the sky, the expansiveness of the ocean. If you're at the pool, the temperature of the water, the laughter of kids playing in the pool. If you're at a barbecue and it's warm outside, like the food, the conversation, the giggles, the connection, the trees, whatever it is, bring yourself back to experiencing where you are. Because what happens is we get trapped in our heads. It's like we are uncomfortable, we're insecure, we don't feel confident, and we're locked in our heads. And how do we get out of that? We get out of that by bringing ourselves back into feeling what we're feeling in the moment, experiencing life, because you can't be feeling the amazing feeling of ocean water running over your feet and be thinking about how fat you are, because when you're in that moment, you're concentrating on that, you're present for that. So that's a great way to help you come out of your thoughts and into the moment so you can enjoy it, so you can live, so you can feel that sense of freedom. So quick recap, find something that you feel confident and comfortable in, and maybe not confident yet, but at least comfortable with. You'll get there. The second piece is check your thinking. And don't let yourself go down that judgment or down that path of criticism. And remember that judgments are on someone else. The third piece, bring yourself back to the experience so you can let yourself soak in the joys of daily living, of summer living, of warm weather. So I'd love to hear from you. Which tip, which number 1, 2, or 3 resonates with you? And how can you this week, this month, start to feel more confident in your bathing suit, in your warm weather clothes? Comment below. I'd love to hear.